Dr. Harold Mosley, Professor of Old Testament and Hebrew here at New Orleans Baptist Theological Seminary. I want to give you a brief introduction to the course, Jeremiah English Exegesis. This obviously is an online course, and I want to help guide you to a successful completion of this course. In terms of what I want to accomplish for this course, actually there are two main things. First is to provide a solid foundation for preaching and teaching the book of Jeremiah. In other words, I want this course to be practical for ministry. Obviously, this is an academic setting, but we are also practical people in terms of recognizing we are here to learn to minister. So there's a practical aspect to this course. But there's another thing that I want to help illustrate is how do you interpret Scripture? Not only prophetic literature, not only Jeremiah, but Scripture generally. Obviously, the Bible is precious to us as Christians. We take it seriously, and we allow God to mold our lives through its teaching. As such, we need to know how to interpret Scripture accurately. Prophetic literature is especially a problem in terms of how to interpret. Some hear the word prophecy and immediately go into a future mindset, as if that's how prophecy is defined. But to look at prophecy in that way is really to distort the meaning both to the original audience of the prophet, but also to our audience today. So I want to help illustrate how to interpret not only Jeremiah, not only prophetic literature, but more broadly, Scripture in general. There's a couple of important aspects that I want to deal with first. First is the syllabus, and the other is what I have defined as the calendar of units. Both of these are in the Blackboard shell that you can easily download and print. The syllabus itself is straightforward. It gives the particular aspects that are due each week, the assignments, the requirements, all of that. The syllabus gives the flow of the semester. But you'll notice that on the syllabus there are no specific dates. And the reason for this is the syllabus remains constant throughout the various semesters. So the syllabus gives you the general flow. I've given also a calendar of units that gives specific dates that each week we will cover the assignments, the specific dates that are due for this particular semester. Each semester there's going to be a new calendar of events that's posted to give the dates that are appropriate for that semester. So both the syllabus and the calendar of events, calendar of units, will help guide you through this semester. Another important aspect is the discussion board. Obviously, in an internet class, at no time will every student in the class be online at the same time. So the discussion is going to be taking place in the discussion board. Each student is expected to participate every week, let me repeat, every week in the discussion board by doing several things. First, posting your particular viewpoint on the discussion for that week. The second is reading the viewpoints of others and then responding in a thoughtful way to the discussion. And responding in a thoughtful way is more than just simply saying good thought or good discussion. That's not what I'm talking about. Respond, interact, agree, disagree. Tell me why you agree, disagree. And related to that, be careful about the tone of the responses. Sometimes the posts come across more harshly than they are intended. We have a tendency when we're responding online to be much harsher than we would normally. I've actually had to email individual students to remind them that they need to tone it down in terms of the harshness because they're getting too personal in their responses. We are Christians and we expect Christian responses. Not always agree, that's fine, but at least respect the other person's viewpoint. One last thought. If you're having trouble keeping up or understanding something, please contact me as soon as you recognize the problem. I've actually had students who get in trouble and wait until the day before the final exam to contact me. At that point, I can't do a whole lot. You are adults studying on a master's level course. As such, you're adults. I'm going to treat you as adults. I will help you in any way I can. I will help to resolve any issues that I can. But each student needs to take the initiative for his or her own learning. You're adults. You're responsible people. So learning is part of my responsibility. But learning is also the student's responsibility. So each person needs to take responsibility for their aspect of that. In terms of contact, the easiest way to contact me is through email. I read my emails many times a day. On the weekends, I read it less frequently, so if you respond on the weekend, don't expect me necessarily to respond until early the next week, but I will get back with you. I hope this is a wonderful, fruitful semester. God bless you in your studies.